There's breaking news coming in a big move by the Indian Air Force ahead of Women's Day. For the first time, a woman officer has been appointed commanding officer for frontline missile squadron near the Pakistan border. Group Captain Shazila Dhami has created history by becoming the first female officer in such a combat role. Group Captain Shazila, a qualified helicopter pilot with over 2,800 hours of flying experience, will now oversee missile readiness and command control in one of India's most sensitive border sectors. Shiv Arun getting us the story, joins us live from the newsroom. Shiv, it's a moment of pride for the entire country as we break the story right ahead of the International Women's Day. And from what I understand of Shazila Dhami, this is not a first. She's had many firsts before.
She has had many firsts before, and right off the bat, Chaiti, I want to first dispel any myths that people might be wondering about Women's Day. Let me tell you that Group Captain Shazila Dhami has been appointed commanding officer of a missile squadron, and it has nothing to do with Women's Day. This is not a token act. This is not a token appointment. She has worked very hard. She's been appointed this because she's earned that position, and she's demonstrated, as like all her peers, male officers and others, that she is fully capable of this position. So let's first get that out of the way, that this may be timed with Women's Day, the announcement, but she most definitely has earned that position. Second, this is the first time that a woman officer will be a commanding officer of a frontline combat squadron, in this case a missile squadron, not very far from the international border with Pakistan in the general area of Punjab. Obviously, we can't reveal where this is, that information is always classified, but she will basically be in charge of a missile unit, a missile squadron very close to the border with Pakistan, and that makes it extremely sensitive. Like you rightly said, she's a helicopter pilot. There's that lovely picture of her posing with a cheetah helicopter. She has nearly 3,000 hours of helicopter flying. She's been commended in the past, by the Indian Air Force leadership. So Group Captain Shazila is going to be right there up front on the front lines, which is the dream of any, any air warrior. So this is going to be something that she's going to very much be looking forward to. I can tell you that it's a small step in what is ultimately going to be a long journey, Chaiti, as far as women in uniform is concerned, and especially women in combat roles is concerned. There have been some misapprehensions about how these small little steps only amount to tokenism, but let me say that these have been incremental steps taken by the Indian Armed Forces, starting with women as fighter pilots, women in other arms of the Indian Air Force, and now you've got someone like Group Captain Shazila commanding a missile squadron on the Pakistan border. Definitely not tokenism, a really big deal.
A big deal, as Shiv Arun puts it right there. In fact, we've got many other women who are creating history at this point. Meet Captain Shiva Chauhan now. First woman officer deployed in Siachen, breaking the glass ceiling, shattering rather the glass ceiling. Captain Shiva Chauhan of Fire and Fury Sappers became the first woman officer to be operationally deployed in Kumar Post, post completion of arduous amount of training at the highest battlefield of the world, Siachen. Ice wall climbing, avalanche and rescue and survival drills too. In spite of various challenges, Captain Shiva Chauhan, with unflinching commitment, successfully completed the training. She's now ready to safeguard the world's highest and deadliest battleground, the Siachen Glacier. Captain Shiva Chauhan from Rajasthan is a Bengal sapper. The team of sappers led by Captain Shiva Chauhan will be responsible for numerous combat engineering tasks and will be deployed at a post for a duration of 3 months.
So it is really a great experience and great opportunity for me to grab it, sir, to be the first here in Siachen, sir. And moreover, I feel that from now onwards, more and more women officers will be coming here, serving this terrain, and many might get inspired to join the Indian Army, sir.